You don't own anything?
No.
No plane.
No land, no real estate, nothing.
Why?
Well, because for me, my number one priority in life is my freedom. And once you start buying things, first it will tie you down to a physical location. In my view, it's my personal view, I don't have nothing against people who are buying real estate. I know that if I buy a house, I buy a jet, something like that, I would be spending time on trying to make it nice. And
Yeah.
this will require a lot of time and effort.
I suddenly thought, oh, wouldn't it be amazing to get rid of everything I own? What am I doing? You know, I've got this huge house that I'm maintaining, painting, and huge garden. There's two of us. Do you know, how long do you do this whole kind of Groundhog Day? Because there's so much more to life. And you kind of realize, well, I've got two beautiful cars, I've got this beautiful house, but I'm not doing anything. I was watching George Clooney, and in it he says, imagine everything you own in a backpack. I don't remember watching the rest of the film because I was so stuck on that thought of holding everything I owned in a backpack. You wouldn't be burdened because everything you own, you have to take care of it. You have to keep it warm, you have to keep it clean, you have to protect it, you have to stop people from stealing it. Anything that's worth anything, you've got to take care of it, or you've got to get it insured, and on and on and on. And I thought, well, what if I don't own anything? What if I literally have a few clothes and things that I can't let go of? Imagine if you could put everything you owned in a backpack. How amazing, how agile would you be?
At these brothers, I'm gonna save y'all some time, man, and let y'all know that this video isn't for everybody, man. This video is only for those that are seeking, you know, the deepest levels of fulfillment in life, that are seeking the highest levels of freedom during our time on this planet, man. And I'm gonna tell you this, brothers, what I found and what I'm actually, you know, still in the process of finding out, man, is that in order to achieve that level of freedom, in order to achieve that level of fulfillment, and again, this is all soul's opinion, but you must unsubscribe from the American dream, man. You must unsubscribe from the American dream. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not, you know, a lot of people are saying that everybody must flee the country. I don't believe that to be true. I believe a lot of people are making a decision, man, to move abroad and do things different. But I don't think that's really a requirement to achieve what people are really trying to achieve. But what I can say is this: if you follow the blueprint that you know the West has provided for everybody to walk down to achieve quote unquote success, or this pursuit of happiness path that they put everybody on, and I talk about it all the time, you know, come out of school and just go through certain motion to get, you know, the house, the cars, the regular things, man. If you follow that path, I can almost assure you that freedom and success won't be at the end of that road, man. Freedom and success, and I'm not telling you something in theory, man. I'm telling you, I can only tell you based on my life. I can only have this conversation based on me setting milestones at certain point in my life to have certain things, to be living a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And to obtain that level of success, and to look around and say, you know what, it feels good for about 5 minutes. But after that, man, I understand that it took me building a prison around myself to obtain this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta understand, you gotta look at it like this, man. You gotta look at it like, and when I say a lot of people don't understand it's a trap, you gotta understand it. You gotta look at you waking up every single day. You wake up every single day and we go to work. We give our goods, our skills, our services, our mindsets, our thoughts, our abilities to a company, right? And we come home and we get paid every week or every 2 weeks, and we pay our bills. If you sit still and look at the bills that you pay, the bills that you pay are really only sustaining the job that you're going to. And I don't know if I said that right, man. Like you're really just like, we've really just put ourselves on a hamster wheel. You know what I'm saying? The car that you pay all that money to have every month, it's really just to get you to that job. That those things that you pay for, you know, on a regular basis is really just to sustain your life, to be in a position to get up on Monday through Friday and go to that job. You might be looking a little snazzy, your hair might be done and all this stuff. But all the fruits of your labor is really just to maintain you to go to that job. You know what I'm saying? Like if you just look at what you actually need in life to sustain, to be fulfilled, to be happy, I guarantee you, man, the majority of things that you own, that you possess, you really don't have to have them. And if you didn't have them, you would notice that those prison walls would begin to fade. You know what I'm saying? Like the American dream ends up in a prison cell without walls. But trust and believe, man, you're shackled down. You know what I'm saying? Trust and believe, man, life is not as grand as you think it is, but when everybody's in the same illusion, when everybody's in Alcatraz together, nobody knows they're in prison, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the process, brothers, of getting rid of every single thing I own, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm down to probably about the last 15% of things that I own. You know, over the last couple of days, man, I've sold my vehicle. I've sold pretty much all the things within my house, minus what you see in this room right here. You know what I'm saying? This picture behind me, my desk, my computer, all this, and a 40-inch television in my bedroom, and a few clothes in my closet that I haven't discarded or, you know, given to charity, is pretty much all I own, man. And as these things begin to fade away, I can feel the prison walls that have been surrounding me, just like the majority of people, fade away. I can feel them fading away. You know, and it's just a matter of time, man, before I'm homeless. You know what I'm saying? Or I have, the only things that I'll have is, you know, a few clothes. I'll put it like this: if it don't fit in a backpack or fit in a suitcase, I don't even want it. I don't want it. And again, and as I get closer to that, man, I can just feel, what I can feel, brothers, is me, my soul, becoming one with every other thing, every other person, every other place on the planet, instead of just me being isolated to a certain, you know what I'm saying? It's freedom. And again, to achieve that freedom, man, I believe you have to go against the grain of the American dream, man. Because you got to understand, man, like it's built on an outdated definition of success. It's built on an outdated definition of success. The homes, the cars, the material wealth, and all these things. And I always say, man, hey, if these are the things you want to pursue, then pursue them. Pursue them in the right energy, man. But if you're pursuing them to play the game, I'm gonna tell you, man, it's not going to be what you think is going to be at the end of that road. You know, I was watching, I think it was Elon Musk, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. It might not have been that long. I don't know. But he was in an interview and he was saying, man, you know what? I sold everything I own. I sold my houses. I sold this. I sold that. And all I own is pretty much the clothes on my back and wherever I go, you know. And I remember watching a similar video of Kanye around that same time. And he was saying a lot of the same things, man. I was kind of thinking at the time, like, that's weird. Like why are these brothers, you know, because you got to understand, man, that there's an attachment. There's an energetic attachment to things, man, and that's why I say this video is not for everybody, man, because what I'm not saying is, hey, brothers, don't grind, don't hustle, don't get the bag, don't. I'm not saying that if that's your lane, nor am I saying these things are bad. That's why I said I'm only talking to a certain group of people, man, a certain group of people that are on some rich young ruler type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you know what? Yeah, the things are good. The possessions are good. But I'm looking for something deeper to tap into while I'm on this planet. Like, and if it takes me getting rid of everything I own, I'm down to get rid of everything I own to experience what very few people will experience. I'm talking to you. I'm only talking to these people. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the American dream is just outdated. You know what I'm saying? The 9 to 5, the 9 to 5 that everybody strives for, like it's not that those aren't good, but they've taught us to pursue the 9 to 5 without adding fulfillment to it, without adding our own personalities, our own attributes really to it. You know what I'm saying? They'll put a document in front of us and say, hey, you know what? These are what we need in the world. We need you to pursue this thing. We need you to pay $100,000 to go to this institution. And when you get done, we'll see if we got a job for you. We'll play the employment lottery with you, man. And we may stick you over here if there's room. We may put you over here, or you might have to just go flip burgers or drive Ubers with this degree you have until we're ready for you. And then when we're ready for you, we'll call. We'll tell you where to be. We'll tell you what time to be there. We'll tell you what time you can pee. We'll tell you what time you can eat. We'll tell you when to go home. We may give you 10 to 14 days off per year, and this will be your life. By the way, that 401k, that 401k that you put money in, it probably won't do what you think it's going to do when you get to the end of this road. That retirement, what's the retirement called everybody gets when they're 65 or whatever, Social Security, like odds are that won't be there. And by the way, it used to be 62, it used to be 65, it used to be, but now it's like 70 something years old. We gonna keep pushing that back. Welcome to the game of life. Welcome to the American dream. I'm telling you, man, you must abandon the American dream. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even sitting there talking about 9 to 5s. I'm saying 9 to 5s are a beautiful thing. But what people should do is tap into themselves. If you're gonna be working for somebody else, and I think that's a beautiful thing. I don't know why people want to crap on 9 to 5s, but be doing something you like to do. Still be doing something you'd rather do for free, man. Whether it's painting body, whether it's cooking, whether it's whatever it is, do what you want to do. Don't subscribe to what the world says. Hey, this is the menu of life. Pick one of these and pursue it. Create your own path, man, because the definition of success, it's outdated, man. It's outdated. You know what I'm saying? And if you find yourself traveling that path, it's not gonna be there. It's not going to be what you think it is. Those things, that high-rise apartment, right? That 3,000, 4,000, 10,000 square foot home and garage, it's going to feel good for a minute, man. But if you're pursuing it with this American compete with everybody else, let me stun on everybody else type mindset, but you're creating an Alcatraz around yourself, man. You're creating an Alcatraz around yourself because, again, this American dream, it pushes comparison as opposed to fulfillment. It pushes comparison as opposed to fulfillment. And if you're not careful, you will completely pick one side and abandon the other. You know what I'm saying? You'll completely choose to be in this state of competing with everybody and completely abandon that fulfillment in order to achieve that mission. Fulfillment is easier than most people think. And to be honest, that's what everybody's looking for. Every single person, every single race, every single culture, every single creed, every single person is really looking for fulfillment at the end of the day. But since nobody knows where to find it, we jump ship and go to the other side of the fence and we compete with everybody because we're like, you know what? If I can do better than them, then I must be winning. No, winning for you may be in some cabin in the middle of Colorado for the rest of your life, burning campfires and fishing every day, and all you need is Wi-Fi. That might be your fulfillment. That might be the state that you can be in where you can give your gift back to the world. You might be out there carving wood animals or something, making a life for yourself, fulfill. Unsubscribe from the American dream. Unsubscribe from the Western mindset. And I know some of y'all might be talking about, man, what is Soul talking about today? Like what is he on today? I'm telling y'all, well, all I'm doing is this. All I'm doing is sharing life in real time at this moment. Because a lot of times I can get on here, man, and I can talk about, man, back in 2009, I did this and got it out the mud. Back in 2015, man, I did some meditating, I did XYZ, I did this, and life changed. Now I'm just sharing with you in real time what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? That's the only difference. And I'm telling you, man, and it's like I can see the writing on the wall. I can see the problems that we're facing as a society, not being able to cope, not being able to maintain certain financial, levels. And I can see the writing on the wall, and I can see everybody looking for answers. A lot of people are looking for answers. And the answer that I would have, man, is you have to exit the program that we've been on. I'm not saying you still can't reside here, but you have to exit the plan. You have to exit the program. You have to rewrite the script. You have to rewrite the script, man. Because this what we're in right now, man, is just not it. It's just not it. Our whole culture is based on having as opposed to becoming. And anytime you get locked in on having as opposed to becoming something, there is no recipe associated with that can be fulfilling. There's no recipe associated with that mindset that can be fulfilling. It's a bridge that leads to nowhere, man. Everybody's chasing this false sense of fulfillment, and all it does is it simply leads to more and more debt. How do we say the word debt? You know what I'm saying? More and more financial obligations. When really you can free yourself from that, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all about image over impact in this society we live in. And man, it has everybody, bro, that it just has everybody, man, looking for answers. Looking for answers. You know what I'm saying? But it is a way out of this, man, but you got to think different. You have to be different. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at the writing on the wall and see what everybody is going through, and look at the root cause, look at the common denominators, and say, you know what? I have to move different. You know what I'm saying? And when I say different, man, you really have to look 5 years down the road. You really have to look 10 years down the road, 20 years down the road, and make your decisions based on that. You know what I'm saying? Because like this American dream that everybody's pursuing, you have to understand it like a lot of people will win, but the far majority won't. Like it's really just a myth to some people. It's something most people will never accomplish. This American dream. I want the big house. I want the I want the picket fence at 2.5. The whole shebang. Most people won't achieve that. And the thing is, not only will most people not achieve it, they're steadily moving the goalpost. They're steadily making the cost of living higher. They're steadily making things harder to obtain. I know I look at some of those statistics about like purchasing homes in the 1950s or 1970s, and the cost of the income compared to the cost of homes, right? And you look at that now, and it's like, bro, it's like that spread is insane. And a lot of people are getting to that bag, but most people aren't. Most people aren't. And the thing is, most people maybe still could, coming together, husband and wife coming together, and they're smart, they're wise, they're working together, they're building a kingdom, they have a chance. But really with society moving the way it is and women are being isolated, men are being isolated, it's making that a quote unquote American dream harder to obtain, man. Harder to obtain, man. And not only just obtaining that kind of stuff. Again, the culture is all about grind, and receive your reward later, when really it doesn't have to be that. In other words, this society is preaching, give me 20 years, 30 years, 40 years of work, and maybe in your 60s I'll let you slow down a little bit, and I'll throw you a little chump change for you to spend the remainder of your days in this bliss you think is going to be there. And that's what they preach. Give me your whole life. Give me your soul. Give me the best years of your life, and I will allow you for the last 5, 10, 15% to do what you want to do. You won't be able to afford to do anything, but I'll let you do what you want to do. When it doesn't have to be like that, man. You know what I'm saying? You can actually enjoy life while living it. Enjoy life while you're healthy. Enjoy life while you can still see good and get around good. Enjoy life, man. But again, the prison is making you think you have to have all these things, making you think you have to have a certain status or have a certain income level or have whatever, man, to be accepted, when really all they've done is convince you, trick you to build a prison around yourself to fund what they have going on, man. So, my recipe is, man, find a way to unsubscribe from the American dream. Just unsubscribe from it. So you know what? I understand I'm in this world. I understand I'm operating in the West, but I don't have to think like Western people think. Like there's a level of freedom that I could obtain, and it may take me separating from the way of life. It may take me separating from the things, man, that are really holding me back from getting that fulfillment. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, it's like, why not make the entire planet your home? Why not experience life to the fullest to the fullest by experiencing what God made? Like cars and all these things weren't here so there has to be fulfillment in just experiencing the experience itself, man. So I don't know. Y'all do with that what y'all will, man. When was the last time you woke up and did exactly what you wanted to do? When was the last time you woke up and said, you know what? I don't know what time it is. I don't know what day it is, but I'm just going to wake up and be great. Be my own version of myself. I'm telling you, brothers, you haven't achieved true freedom until you can wake up and do that. Now, I've been talking about what it feels like to wake up every single day and it feels like Saturday. Now it's time I show you how I got to that point. Now it's time that I'm allowing people to work with me directly. I'm not talking about taking some course and never hearing from me. I'm talking about working with me directly. I'm talking about you networking with the people I'm networked with. I'm talking about you learning exactly what I did to get from corporate America to true freedom. I've been talking about this freedom for so long. I've been saying every day should be Saturday. Now is your time to click this button and learn from me directly. Let me show you the way.